Yeah, I couldn't wait for this one, baby. Make them remember. Shout out to everybody that checked out my make them remember reaction. Thank y'all, man. Saw a lot of love in the comments, a lot of love in the DMs. I appreciate that, man. Shout out on both channels, on my Lost in Vegas channel. Make sure you check us out on Lost in Vegas. That's my other channel. Check my boy Ryan's channel out as well. It's called Hybrid Hangout. He's my boy. He's my sort of my partner in crime on the Lost in Vegas channel. He has his own channel as well. Kind of have our own little ecosystem here. But so make sure you check those channels out. But I got a lot of love on the Lost in Vegas side. I got a lot of love in the comments underneath. Make them remember the DMs, as I mentioned, man. Man. It's just I love the way this channel is going. I'm getting excited. Believe it or not, I'm still getting settled in. I'm still getting used to talking without the energy from another person. So, man, wait till I get settled in. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited, and I'm gonna start trying some different things, man. I want to do different things with this channel, but it's gonna take time. I gotta learn how to do just graphics and stuff like that. I have to learn how to do that stuff, and eventually, at some point, maybe I'll hire someone. But I want to learn how to do that stuff myself and add it in my videos to just kind of make them a little bit more engaging instead of me just talking. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not the guy that's gonna make you laugh. We get to work over here, man. I'm not trying to make you laugh. I'm not jumping around the room, and no disrespect. That's not a shot. I'm just saying it's a gift to make people laugh. I'm just not that guy. Maybe I'll say some shit that's funny to you unintentionally, but I'm here. We get to work here, baby. We gonna get to work right now. So we're gonna do National Treasure. Yes, I've heard it. One time. I heard it one time, and then I heard the beat change as well. We'll talk about it as we get through it, man. But I'm excited about this one because this fucking beat, the first beat, is so hard, man. So we're gonna have some fun with it, man. Continuing on with breaking down Iceman. Once again, appreciate everybody that's been checking out all of our reactions on Lost in Vegas and Rhyme Rate. Let's get into it. Drake, National Treasures.
Yeah. For the city though. Yeah. I gotta light the tower up for this. Yeah. Okay. Out in the six, I'm a national treasure. The niggas that bad me gon' bad me forever. R.I.P. Kobe, but y'all niggas brokey. That's probably why y'all be shacking together. Capo and Leader got habits together. Like couples vacation, they packing together. Like rushing to finish.
This beat is fucking hard. Who made the beat? Who made the fucking beat, man? Boy, of course. Boy Wonder. I should have known. I'm gonna keep it a beat, man. Most of Drake's, the beats that drop, like almost make me go crazy from Drake. A lot of those are Boy Wonder, man. Shout out to Boy Wonder. I know that there's a cast of people, it looks like, that part, that was a part of making this beat. Boy Wonder, Oz, London. I've been seeing London all over the place. And Beza, Be For You, Benton K, Fierce, Nico, what is it? Patron, Ryan, Wraith 9. Yeah, shout out to everybody that's involved in it. I know it's a team effort. I don't want to just single out one person, but I've heard enough Boy Wonder joints, you know what I'm saying? When it was pretty much exclusively him that made me go crazy. That's why I'm kind of emphasizing Boy Wonder. Man, he laces Drake, man. So let me pull it back. Man.
Yeah. For the city though. Yeah. I gotta light the tower up for this. Yeah. Okay. Out in the six, I'm a national treasure. The niggas that bad me gon' bad me forever. R.I.P. Kobe, but y'all niggas brokey. That's probably why y'all be shacking together. Capo and Leader got habits together. Like couples vacation, they packing together. Like rushing to finish, they'll slap it together. The charges like COVID, they'll catch it together.
It's just the way he's rapping it. Just a menacing tone. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of menacing. It's as menacing as Drake can sound. You know what I'm saying? Drake doesn't necessarily have a natural menacing tone, but I can tell that whisper, like, I like that whisper vibe. You know what I'm saying? I like it, Out in the six, I'm a national treasure. These dudes that bat me gon' bat me forever. R.I.P. Kobe, you know what I'm saying? But y'all dudes is brokey. That's probably why y'all be shacking together. So shout out to, rest in peace to Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant played with Shaquille O'Neal. We call him Shaq. Y'all broke. That's why y'all shack together. Y'all got to get. You can't trouble me from the double tree. Y'all remember that? You can't trouble me from the double tree. Y'all got to share the same room and shit at the hotel. Y'all got to shack together. So, that was a slick line. Let's keep it going, though. Damn.
Y'all niggas brokey, that's probably why y'all be shacking together. Capo and leader got habits together like couples vacation. They packing together like rushing to finish. They'll slap it together. The charges like COVID, they'll catch it together.
I don't know who is, I'm assuming they part of OVO, Capo and Leader, got habits together. You know what I mean? So two dudes from his camp, Capo and Leader, they have habits together like couples vacation. They packing together. Packing guns. You know what I'm saying? They go on missions together. Street missions, they packing guns together, but couples vacation, when you go on a couples vacation, you're packing your suitcases together, right? Like rushing to finish, they slap it together. You know what I'm saying? So again, that's just them. You're rushing to get something finished, you're just slapping it together, right? That's an old saying. You're just throwing the shit together just because you're rushing, right? But they slap it together. They putting work together is what he's saying, man. You know what I'm saying? Then he said the charges like COVID, they'll catch it together. The charges, they catching charges by themselves. They go on missions. They're the two amigos or what have you, right? You know what I mean? They ride or die for one another, man. They go on missions together. They catching charges together. Like COVID, you catch COVID together, right? Very, it's like slick little COVID bar, but yeah, let's keep it going.
Together like couples vacation, they packing together like rushing to finish. They'll slap it together. The charges like COVID, they'll catch it together. They hate me so much, it's a sickening thing. They must have heard wrong on the call. I sent them a sack cause I wanted you shipped to the king. When you was a part of the team, we used to be planning our Mexico trip in the spring. We must have been dealing in spur of the moment. Cause why did we think you could get us a ring? They bragging about how you went.
Tough. So again, the internet is already kind of combed through this, man. So, I'm gonna add my 2 cents in on maybe expounding on some of these things, but you guys got the bars, right? He said they must have heard wrong on that call. You know what I'm saying? Because I sent him the sack because I wanted you shipped to the Kings. I think he said Kings, right? So we know he's talking about DeRozan. They must have heard wrong on the call. I just think that, DeRozan was, I think that's just Drake's way of saying, he traded him, right? Like Drake is the sort of the ambassador of the Toronto Raptors, right? He runs Toronto. I got you sent to the Kings. You know what I'm saying? Like, so DeRozan was obviously playing for the Sacramento Kings. When you was, he said, when you was a part of the team, we used to be planning out our Mexico trips in the spring. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's his way of saying we was already set for Cancun. But also, I think he's saying we planned out our trips, man. We were cool. We were homies, man. So we would go out, to Mexico, Cancun to chill. But also, I think that's a slick way of him saying, yeah, because we weren't going, we was always going to get bounced out of the playoffs. We never going to make it to the championship. So we were always in Mexico for the spring. And then he said, we must have been dealing in the spur of the moment, because why did we think you could get us a ring? Spur of the moment, because why did you think you could get us a ring? So he's talking about the Kawhi Leonard trade. Kawhi Leonard played for the Spurs, spur of the moment. He came to Toronto, right? They eventually, and then he brought him a championship, year one. You know what I'm saying? So Kawhi, because why did we think you could do it? You couldn't do it. We must have been dealing in the spur of the moment, man. We just, for the moment we thought you could do it, but nah. So we had to get somebody from the Spurs. Let me pull it back. Tough.
Wrong on the call, I sent him a sack cause I wanted you shipped to the king. When you was a part of the team, we used to be planning our Mexico trip in the spring. We must have been dealing in spur of the moment. Cause why did we think you could get us a ring? They bragging about how you went home, the fuck it ain't on. Cody, we threw him away. G-Pop sent us a real one from Dago, and next thing we knew we was doing parades. Fuck all you pussy.
He's wilding on DeRozan, man. I mean, I don't know I don't know the specifics of their friendship, but yeah, Drake is hurt. They bragging about how you went home. The fuck is they on? You know what I mean? Crody, we threw you away. So we know that DeRozan went to, he was in a Not Like Us video. He went to the Pop Out, I believe. And then, Kendrick on his song with Not Like Us, what did he say? DeRozan or something like that. On Not Like Us, Kendrick was talking about how they had to bring DeRozan home, right? So they brag, and Kendrick's bragging about how we brought you back home. Drake is like, brought you home? We threw you away. You know what I'm saying? He said G-Pop, Greg Popovich, the coach for the Spurs, sent us a real one from Dago. Kawhi Leonard is from San Diego, I believe, right? And the next thing we knew, we was doing parades. So we got you up out of here. You didn't go home willingly. You know what I'm saying? We traded you out of here and got a real one in to win us a championship, doing parades, when they won the championship in Toronto, the Toronto Raptors, and they did a parade, right? After they won the championship. That was hard, though. That was hard. It's still hard, even after I've heard it.
Get us a ring. They bragging about how you went home. The fucker they ain't on. Crody, we threw him away. G-Pop sent us a real one from Dago, and next thing we knew we was doing parades. Fuck all you pussy man who could relate. Might just go take me a walk by the sea. They diss on a boy till they blew in the face. I put all them faces that's blue in the safe. Really can't find me the words. You niggas is birds. I wish that I knew what to say.
Just the pocket he's in, though, man. I just love the way this sounds. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all you pussy man who can relate. Might just go take a walk by the sea. They diss on the boy till they blue in the face. I pull all the faces that's blue in the safe. Really can't find me the words. You dudes is birds. I wish that I knew what to say. Like, I love that line, though. I mean, it's not significant, but it just hits me. You dudes is birds. I wish I've ran out of words. I can't even describe the lame, like just the level of lame. You know what I'm saying? The level of just sucker shit that you guys was on. I wish that I knew what to say. The way he said that, like, damn, you dudes is birds. I wish that I knew what to say. Like, I could tell that it was just endless blow-ups and like behind the scenes, just seeing all these dudes do these different things. I know he was just bugging for the last couple of years. Like, damn, I didn't ran out of shit to say. I love that line. I put all the faces that's blue in the safe. Blue face hundreds, money put in the safe. They diss on me till they blue in the face, You diss on someone so much that you're running out of breath as you're talking crazy about them. Your face turns blue, right? When you hold your breath or when you're running out of breath. So, yeah, that was hard. Let me pull it back.
Put all them faces that's blue in the safe. Really can't find me the words. You niggas is birds. I wish that I knew what to say. Movie a block, I don't see a face. Your first time back since back in the day. First time lit since back in the day. We needed that chip since back in the day. My mind on the money, I'm racking my brain, and none of you pussies is acting the same.
Yeah. I just love that Drake bars up, man. Even on some shit like this that's not even meant for him to really go crazy. And that's the thing. I think that, Drake takes out of certain pages from old school rappers that can bar up on club shit. This is old school blueprint shit. That's why when people say Drake's not hip hop, they don't really understand, again, what he's doing. On the old blueprint model, Biggie, Jay, Nas, these guys can rap well, show skill, be clever on songs that may not seem, that may not in terms of their sound, right? That you can tell that there's a commercial appeal to certain songs when you hear it. Not saying that this is like a pop song, but this is just more of a song that you bang, right? You get into a certain mode on, right? But the greats know how to do it. Tupac, too. Tupac knew how to say certain things with a level of substance and a level of, like, wit. Maybe substance more so Tupac, but a level of substance. And say something meaningful while still barring up, right? That is the mark of a great, and still make it appealing, right? Then what do you say? Move to your block, and, I don't see your face. So since, DeMar DeRozan, I guess since he, went back to LA or whatever the case may be, he's saying he's not seeing him. You know what I'm saying? That's the first time I saw you was at the pop-out. You know what I'm saying? Or at in the Not Like Us video shoot. Since back in the day. So that's just saying you just haven't been relevant, playing basketball in a while, or at least in the league for a while, I think. Your first time lit since back in the day. You know what I'm saying? We needed that chip since back in the day. Again, talking about referencing the championship. And he said, I got my mind on my money. I'm racking my brain. My mind on my money. I'm racking my brain. I think that's a slick play with I got racks on my brain, mind on my money, right? Racks are slang for hundreds of thousands of, hundreds money, right? Dope. And none of you pussies is acting the same. None of these dudes, man. I don't know what happened. Y'all switched up. Dope. Let's keep it going.
Movie a block, I don't see a face. Your first time back since back in the day. First time lit since back in the day. We needed that chip since back in the day. My mind on the money, I'm racking my brain, and none of you pussies is acting the same. Yeah, none of you pussies is acting the same. None of you pussies is acting the same. Mind on my money, I'm racking my brain. Go to the hotel. Right.
Let's pull it back, dude. You see the change in the beat right here? When he got into none of you pussies is back in the same, that shit like that, man. Those little touches in the beat, man.
Chips since back in the day. My mind on the money, I'm racking my brain, and none of you pussies is acting the same. Yeah, none of you pussies is acting the same. None of you pussies is acting the same. Mind on my money, I'm racking my brain. Go to the hotel right after your game. Come to your show and get back on the plane, but don't stick around in the 6. Don't stick around in the 6.
We know the beat change is coming, right? So none of you dudes is acting the same, man. Mind on my money, I'm racking my brain. Go to the hotel right after your game. Come do your show and get back on the plane. Come do what you got to do and get the fuck up out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a wrap. You're not welcome here. You know, because Drake is, he's saying he running shit in Toronto. Yeah, you better though. You know what I'm saying? Get on your, do your game. DeMar DeRozan, LeBron James, come do come to the six, play your joint, play your game, man. Get on the plane immediately, man. We don't, you're not welcome in this town, right? And then come do your show and get back on the plane, right? Who's coming to do shows? A lot of people. ASAP Rocky, come do your show and get the fuck up out of here. We know what happened with Schoolboy Q. I guess he's guilty by association. Schoolboy Q got a show canceled, I think, during the beef as well. But anybody from TDE, anybody that was acting weird on that side, obviously Kendrick, come to your show, get the fuck up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not safe for you. You know what I mean? It's a problem. We got a green light on some of y'all, maybe. I don't know. So I know people don't like Drake talking that tough shit, but I get mentally. I get his mentality, right? I get where he's coming from. Even if he ain't gonna do shit, I understand where he's coming from, man. But I don't know, he may not do shit, but who knows what a man is worth. I think he's about to be worth, it looks like, a couple $1 billion. And you feeding families, man. You putting food in people's mouths. Who knows what, again, you change the trajectory of dudes probably who didn't have a chance at any sort of wealth throughout their life. If you're changing the trajectory of many, many lives and generations of people, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if people were willing to put in work and really put their life on the line just to make sure that you're protected. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, we don't know what's going on. Let's keep it going though.
This is acting insane. Mind on my money, I'm racking my brain. Go to the hotel right after your game. Come to your show and get back on the plane. But don't stick around in the six. Don't stick around in the six. Yeah.
I hated this beat change, man, when I heard it the first time, because I heard the version with Pressa. And Pressa's verse was cool. It was fine. Yeah, it was cool, but I just really love that beat, and I wanted it more. But I'm gonna give this, because again, I heard it one time. I'm gonna give this a fairer listen, man, this time around. But I hated that he changed the beat, man. I've always been 50-50 on beat changes, man. Really 70, maybe 60-40. Really, most of the time, I'm not really that big on beat changes. Yes, I've heard some amazing songs with beat changes, but unless the DJ producer can make it feel like a natural transition, it always feels like sort of disjointed to me when hip hop does it. When I hear it in other genres and metal and rock and shit like that, the way that they jazz, the way that they transition from one segment, right, one portion of the song to the next, usually leads you in. Well, not usually, but oftentimes leads you into the next section. Sometimes, and then on top of that, sometimes I just want to hear the first one. I like the first beat or I like the second beat, and I'm just like, why you just pick one? But anyways, I didn't like it, but we're going to see how it sounds this time around.
Insane. None of you pussies is acting insane. Mind on my money, I'm racking my brain. Go to the hotel right after your game. Come to your show and get back on the plane. But don't stick around in the six. Don't stick around in the six. Yeah. Way out of dip out of six, run out of six, just like it did. Why was TPS at my crib until you boy slid? It is what it is. Check signing is my kink, pushing out ink. I feel like a squid. I would probably need a YouTube search just for me to do a laundry load.
Showing Drake a lot of love. I've been showing him a lot of love, Drake fans. Check signing is my kink, pushing out ink. I feel like a squid. No, I don't like that bar. But the bar before that, though, see how I try to be balanced, right? The bar before that, what did he say? Running out the six, Why was TPS at my crib until you boys slid? It is what it is, I'm assuming that's the police department or, Toronto Police Department, right? TPS, I'm assuming. So apparently, I don't know if he's talking about Kendrick or whoever, LeBron, DeRozan, maybe when they had a game in town or when Kendrick was performing. I think he's maybe saying, like, I guess the cops were outside his crib. Because they were scared that Drake and them dudes, they wanted to watch Drake to make sure that they didn't do any harm to Kendrick or LeBron or DeRozan, what have you. I don't know. But pushing out ink. His kick is he likes signing checks, pushing ink out, right? Like this, he loves being a ball, signing checks, making shit happen. But I hate that line, though. But the line before it was cool. Let's get back to it.
Check signing is my kink, pushing out ink. I feel like a squid. I would probably need a YouTube search just for me to do a laundry load. Alex Moss trying to bring me back 100 years from now. He got my body froze. All these niggas want a head tap. I did more damage off a body blow. I can hit you off the iPhone shit. Let me hit you off the lobby phone.
Yeah, I never really listened to this part. The beat, I remember listening to it the first time in the beat change. I was listening, but not listening. I kind of checked out when the beat changed, keeping it a bean. I was just like, yeah, he fucked the song up. That was my real reaction, real words. Like, he fucked the song up. Why would he do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, was like, I don't know what happened with Press's version. I don't understand. And I respect him trying maybe a different flow and all that. I get, from from an artistic standpoint, wanting to bring a different feel, a different flow into the equation. But I was just checked out. So now that I'm really listening to the lyrics, he's got some shit in here actually in his part. I would probably need a YouTube search just for me to do a laundry load. I would probably need a YouTube search in order for me to learn how to do laundry. I guess that speaks to his, he's just so rich at this point that I don't even do my own laundry, right? Just the wealth he's amassed, right? So that was interesting. Alex Moss trying to bring me back 100 years from now. He got my body froze. I'm assuming Alex Moss, I don't know who that is. I'm assuming he's a jeweler, like one of them jeweler dudes, like Ben Baller or somebody like that, because he said he got my body froze. That means he's giving him ice, a lot of jewelry. When in hip hop, when we say something, we froze, that means we have diamonds and platinum and everything on our bodies. That mean, we call it ice. So Alex Moss trying to bring me back 100 years from now. He got my body froze. So that's a dual meaning, right? Body froze as in ice, but also bring me back 100 years. What is it? Cryogenics, when they freeze you and they can bring you back to life. 100 years. So that was slick as hell, actually. You know what I'm saying? Let me pull it back. Yeah, he rapping a little bit on this part. Now that I'm letting it sink in.
Trying to bring me back 100 years from now, he got my body froze. All these niggas want a head tap, I did more damage off a body blow. I can't hit you off the iPhone, shit, let me hit you off the lobby phone. Niggas gotta be around, head on swivel, cause we are not alone. Niggas gotta be around ice on the same shit like we monotone. Niggas gotta be around ice with the sticks, I'm like a hockey coach. Niggas
Spitting on this part. I didn't know he was rapping. That's interesting that Drake can really bar up. Again, it's just his ability to bar up in a way that doesn't feel like he's barring up, right? It just feels like he's just kind of talking his shit. It feels like it's more about the flow and the feel of the beat change. And you could let shit slip by you, but he's always slick, man. All these dudes want a head tap. I did more damage with a body blow. So when I think of all these dudes want a head tap, I did more damage with a body blow. I think that's just a gunplay, some just street shit that Drake is on, a street line. Also it's related to boxing. When you think of boxing, what do they say? They say, stop going for the head sometimes. You start wearing down the body blows, right? Starts breaking your opponent down. So you can do more damage from a boxing standpoint with the body blow, right? And then the head, well, you start hitting them in the body, them hands drop, and then the head is freed up, right? But anyways, but also head tap. Y'all focused on the head. I could do more damage with a body blow, right? Shooting someone in the body with a gun, versus shooting them in the head. I think that's just a gun bar. But also maybe this could be a reach, because when I was thinking of head tap, I was thinking of, did DeMar DeRozan ever do the head tap? I know Russell Westbrook did the head tap, but I don't know if Drake has ever shown that he had static with Russell Westbrook. I know Russell Westbrook was also at the pop out too. You know what I mean? So he's a West Coast dude he was dancing on stage as well. Crazy. He might have been a main one. You know what I'm saying? I think he was dancing more than Kendrick and shit. But he does the head tap when he dunks on someone. Russell Westbrook, but I don't know if that's a play with DeMar DeRozan doing the head tap when he dunks. I don't know, but the bottom line is the bar means I could do more damage with a body blow. Y'all think it's all about the head, and I can go to the body. I think that's a gun bar. And then he said, I can't hit you off the iPhone shit. Let me hit you off the lobby phone. You know what I'm saying? I just think that they may be some street shit. Like I can't, they could be tracking my line, you know what I mean? Or something like that. If I want to do something to somebody, hit my, I got to hit you on the lobby phone. Dudes got to be around, head on swivel, because we are not alone. We got people watching us. And then he mentioned TPS is at the crib before, right? Toronto Police Department. So we got to have our head on a swivel. You know what I mean? We not alone. You know what I'm saying? So again, I think there's a street element there that Drake is on. He said, dudes got to be around ice on the same shit like we monotone. That's a hard line. Dudes got to be around ice. I'm assuming he's calling himself Ice. Dudes got to be around ice on the same shit like we monotone. Like if you're going to be around me, we need to be on a certain type of time. This is Iceman season. We got to be on a certain type of time. We need to be on the same shit. Militant. You need to be on that militant shit. And if you're not, you got to get the fuck out the ride, man. Get out the ride if you're not willing to ride, right? But obviously when you're monotone, it's a continuous sound. Like you're on the same shit, same frequency, right? So we got to be on the same shit like we monotone. Then he said, you got to be around ice with the sticks like a hockey coach. Around ice, like an ice rink is round with the sticks, guns, like a hockey coach. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, a coach is around hockey and, and sticks and stuff like that. But you got to be around ice, I think he's referring to himself with the sticks, right? Around ice with the sticks, I'm like a hockey coach, right? So hockey coaches are around ice and sticks, but I'm around them sticks too, them guns. So anyways, let's keep it going.
Off the lobby phone. Niggas gotta be around, head on swivel, cause we are not alone. Niggas gotta be around ice on the same shit like we monotone. Niggas gotta be around ice with the sticks, I'm like a hockey coach. Niggas better have a bag with a pipe like they came from a what? Bag with a pipe like they came from a Scottish home. Damn way niggas talking about ice must be a cell on microphone. How you niggas go from asking for some tickets, now you niggas trying to stop the show. Ironic cause the ice man was a nice man, now I'm hot and cold.
Ooh, that's what I was talking about.
Way out of dip out of 6, run out of 6, just like it did. Why was TPS at my crib until you boy slid? It is what it is. Check signing is my king, pushing out ink, I feel like a squid.
Okay. Yeah, he did his thing. He had a couple lines to end that. I'm kind of like caught off guard because he was barring up more than what I remember the first time I heard this. I just checked out when the beat changed. I'm still not sure how I feel about the beat, to keep it real. It sounds a little bit better the second time around, more so because he was barring up. What do I wish? I wish he would have kept the same beat. That's what I wish. Keep these bars that he just spit. I guess you couldn't have kept these bars the same because the flow was different. But I don't know. He could have matched them to the first beat. Fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? But it sounded a little bit better because now I was listening to the bars. So let's go back over some of them here. Yeah, getting back up there, man. This whole sort of mindset that he's on, right? This last verse, it's all talking about how he's moving with his unit. This is the type of time that we on right now, man. You got to be around. I need to be around sticks. Like a hockey coach, I got to be around shooters, right? You know what I'm saying? We need to be on the same type of time. If you're not going to be on this same militant type of time, you know what I mean? These dudes is trying to assassinate my character out here, man. It's war. If you're not on that type of time, you got to be up out of here. So you need to be on the same shit. I need the same mentality I'm on, like we monotone, right? All of this, Then he said the bag with the pipe, right? He said, you better have a bag with a pipe, like they came from we say a Scottish home or something like that. A Scottish home. Yeah. So you gotta have a bag with a pipe. So, you gotta have the duffel with the joint. You know what I mean? With the shwammy in there, So that's what I'm saying. You have to have a bag with a gun in it. The dudes that's next to him, his wolves, security, his mans or whatever, they need to. I think he said, what did he say on Too Hard for the Radio? You see the bag to the front, they getting spanked. That means, you got a little bag, a bag that comes around your shoulders. You put a gun in there. That's what a lot of people do. A lot of these dudes that's in rappers' entourages, they have guns in the front of their bag so they could just pull it out real quick and put in work. So he said you need to have a bag with a pipe like they came from a Scottish home. So bagpipe, Scottish, right? They played a bagpipe and then they played, I think, the bagpipe instrument there as well. So that was slick. And then he said the way these dudes talk about ice, they must have a sale on microphones. That was a really dope line. The way these dudes are talking about ice, Drake, Iceman, they must have a sale on microphones, right? Drake has been the talk of rap. Even when, supposedly, whether it's talking about his demise and how he got destroyed in a battle, or he's been the talk of the town. He's the talk of the town now. I'm talking about him. We all talking about him, right? So it must be a sale on microphones. Like all these people with all these microphones, podcasters, YouTubers, whatever the case may be, right? So that was slick. How you dudes go from asking for some tickets, now you dudes trying to stop the show. How did you go from being a dude that was begging me for tickets to come to my show to trying to stop my show? Meaning you trying to hate on me, right? You're trying to ruin my career, right? You're trying to stop the momentum, right? Stop what I got going on, right? Stop the show. But you went from this to that? You went from being on my dick to now hating on me, right? And trying to stop my run, is what he's saying. Yeah, man. And then he said, ironic because the Iceman was a nice man. Now I'm hot and cold. Ryan said a line, and I didn't know what he was talking about, to keep it real. He had said something about Drake had in the line. I guess he had heard this song or something like that, where he said hot and cold. And I didn't even know what song it was from. I was like, is it a song I heard? But anyways, I guess he was talking about this line. Shout out to my boy Ryan from my channel Lost in Vegas. This is the line he was talking about. So he heard National Treasure. And I heard National Treasure before, but again, I just didn't pay attention to what he was rapping on the second part of the song. So I was a nice man. Now I'm hot and I'm cold, meaning I'm hot because I'm Drake. I'm on fire. You know what I'm saying? Iceman is on fire right now. I'm talking about him. We all talking about Iceman. He's going to sell a shitload of records. He's going to break some records. He's hot, right? But now you've turned me to the Iceman. Now I'm cold-hearted. This whole song is him dissing DeRozan, dissing LeBron, talking slick about Kendrick, right? Talking about the type of militant time he and his team is on. Like just the whole assassination of his character, perpetuating the pedophile shit throughout the course of these last 2 years has turned him into Iceman, cold. Now I got to be around sticks like a hockey coach. You know what I'm saying? We need to be on the same shit, like we monotone. This is where I'm at right now. I really, really, really like the first part of this song. I think it's fire. It's not a skip because of that first part. And I really, really like the right. Actually, he really barred up more than I thought he did in the second part of this. Now that it's funny, man. You guys, I don't always, like, when I'm listening to music, man, I'm really just taking it in. You know what I mean? I don't always listen to music with the intention of breaking it down. I have a natural sort of affinity for understanding things, whether it's rap or movies or anything. I like breaking shit down. Like, I just do. So that's natural for me. But oftentimes when I'm listening to music, man, I'm just chilling, man. I'm not really too focused on trying to get every bar, understand what they are. I'm not doing all that. I'm just chilling. Yes, I catch the bars too. But sometimes when I'm in chill mode, I'm not really too focused on catching everything. So now when I do, YouTube, I really want to understand the lines. So yeah, this opened up a different respect for this track that I didn't have. The second part of this track that I didn't have. So it's not a skip. The first part is super hard. We'll see how that sounds as I play it more and more. Because what my intention was, I'm just gonna play the shit, play the first part. When the second beat comes on, next song. But now that I know he's barring up, cool. This is fire though, dude. This whole project, man. I promise you, I'm not exaggerating. I'm not, except for the Too Hard for Radio. I don't like that joint. But from what I've heard so far in this project, it's fire. So let me know what else y'all want me to do. I'm thinking about burning bridges, man. And then we probably gonna taper off of Iceman and get back to regularly scheduled programming with doing some other stuff. But I'm still gonna hit a couple joints off of Habibti and the Maid of Honor as well. But we're probably gonna taper off of Iceman and get back to some other people as well. But let me know what you want me to do. But that's it. That's the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed that, please hit the like button. If you have subscribed, please subscribe. I'm George. This is Rhyme Rate.